Get ready for Solomon. Prepare yourselves, chat, for story time. Wonderfully done, Caster. You've eliminated all 6 of the other masters. We've won the Holy Grail War. Once I use my command spell to make you kill yourself, the ceremony will be complete. The Greater Grail will be filled with the souls of 7 servants, and the magical reactor core used to reach the root will activate. And then the third magic shall finally take form. The third magic is the materialization of souls. Humanity shall escape the shackle of the physical body, be released from all suffering caused by its limitations, and advance to a new stage. You are a sacrifice for that purpose. I'm sure you understand, Caster. I nodded in agreement. Humanity's salvation and growth were not the task given to me. If the humans of that era wanted to grow, I had no reason to stop them. Just as it was during my life, I simply did what was required of me. In the Fuyuki Holy Grail War, there would be no servant survivors. All servants were to be eliminated. Even I, the victor, was fated to commit suicide, compelled by my master's command spell. No, that was a joke. I'm kidding, Caster. I'm sorry, I got overexcited. I have no intention of offering my meritorious partner to the Greater Grail. I won't use my command spells either. They wouldn't work on you anyway. Do you understand? I will not activate the Greater Grail. The third magic means nothing to me. As the head of the Animosphere family and chairman of the Astromancy division, I must reach the root in my own unique way. It's preposterous to ask me to rely on other mages' theories. The miracle proposed by the Einsburn family, the materialization of souls and the growth of humanity. I have no intention of being part of such fantasies. That was an unexpected development. Marsbury didn't realize it, but that was the first and last time he would ever tell a joke. What surprised me most, though, was how much his thoughts deviated from what I myself had seen. I asked him, "Then what do you desire?" "I'm only after the Grail's ability to grant wishes, and my wish is clear. It's the completion of Chaldeus. Truth is, the one at Chaldea is still just a prototype. It was built to satisfy the sponsors. Sure, it functions as an Earth model, but it's far from being complete. It's just like the Greater Grail, Caster. The theory is complete, but the all-important fuel to power it is lacking. The Greater Grail requires the souls of heroic spirits, but my Chaldeas need something more realistic. To power Chaldeas, I would need to take over power plants that could generate enough electricity for an entire country, for no less than 6 months even. Essentially, I need a budget that could fund an entire nation, but the only assets I have are my precious offshore oil rig, Serifix, and a French nuclear reactor I managed to buy the other day. That's not nearly enough. Simply put, I need more power. I need more funds. That's fine. Laugh at my absurdity and shallowness if you so wish. Despite the divine greatness that is the Greater Grail, I seek from it neither eternal life nor the root itself. What I want is a giant pile of money. This is a man after my own heart, chat. Marsbury told me to laugh, but there was nothing funny about it. Creating a miracle was his life's work. It wasn't something he could get someone or something else to do for him. Instead, he asked for the time it would take to complete his task to be shortened, probably because he didn't have much longer left to live. He determined that, in the 10 years he had left, there was no way for him to complete and activate Caldeus. And so to hasten its activation, he joined the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. The war was, to him, a shortcut. It would allow him to obtain the necessary resources without becoming indebted to rival families, or having to worry about financing and its inherent complications. He'd leave no traces. Nobody would be able to see what was coming. Thank you, Caster. I knew you would understand. Your cooperation will allow us to keep this ending our little secret. We can let the world think that Saber and their master won the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. Only a coward would cover this up. But if I don't, the other lords will be able to get in the way. No matter what it costs, I will complete the true Caldeus and activate it. It will become necessary in order to secure humanity's future. By doing so, Professor Lev Sheba will not only be able to see the future, but the light of the past as well. And pseudo-spiritron projection, the ray shift theory, will no longer be just a theory. Why did the Age of Gods come to an end? Why has the foundation of humanity remained unstable since advent of the Anno Domini era? Once the ray shift works, we'll be able to answer those questions. I knew this man was dangerous in a way unique to mages. Simply put, he lacked a sense of morality. But his burning passion and love for humanity were unwavering. I signaled my consent. This Greater Grail was not to be used to reach the root, but to grant one man's wish. To grant one's desire. Yes, how ironic. The end result is turning out to be just the kind of nonsense the original ritual's creators promised. I laughed in agreement, but only because I could tell that Marsbury's smile wasn't entirely genuine. What about you, Caster? Hey, don't tell me you forgot what the Einsburn said. The Holy Grail will grant the victor's wish. Both the master and servant have the right to ask for a wish. I wish for immense wealth. But what about you? What'll you wish for? You can't change the past, but you can change how it's viewed today. Or would you like to be incarnated and live a second life? I froze. I never expected this question. My wish. My wish. My wish. I never had the freedom to ask for one. So I was about to say I didn't have one. But no, I did. I can really wish for anything, Marsbury. Yes, anything. Anything but the life of Marsbury Animosphere, the man who summoned you. Come now, Caster. No. Solomon, King of Mages. My contractor, my one and only friend. Knowing you, your wish will be a righteous one. Say it with pride. I remember, my lips rose up into a grin. And then the world went black. Wonder what he wished for, chat. What could it have been? I know what he wished for. No spoilers, chat. Doctor? Are you asleep, Doctor? Did I fall asleep? I'm sorry, guys. I know we're in a critical situation. Did we find the route to the singularity where Solomon's lurking? We barely have a day left. We're making good progress. If our calculations are correct, Caldia will make contact with the final singularity in 4 hours. We'll begin the space-time fusion simultaneously with Master Thor's ray shift. As long as it's within 72 hours of the fusion, we can escape the singularity by purging the Eastern Research Wing, and transfer back to Caldia Observatory's normal time of December 31st, 2018. I see. Everybody, take one last break then. You only have 4 hours, but get some sleep. Get some food, enjoy a nice chat, or leave some records behind. Just anything. Do something to refresh and relax a little. I'll keep an eye on things while you do. Understood. If anything happens while we're gone, call us, Doctor. Alright, it's time for the final stage. It's been 10 years since I came to Caldia. Seems like a long time, and yet not. Honestly, this doesn't feel real to me yet. Oh, Fo. Oh, there you are, Fo. When I think about it, you're a pretty strange creature, too. Until Thor came, you only showed yourself around MASH. What made you change your mind? I thought you were the kind of creature who feeds on humans, and yet has no interest in them, just like Merlin. Fo! Yeah, I can't really understand what you're saying. I may have been able to understand you back then. Yeah, I probably did. Well, I have a hunch about what you're saying. You're saying, are you okay with this? Magimari got mad over the internet, too. She told me not to keep secrets anymore. But, well, to be honest, I don't feel guilty. I can't explain my reasons. Besides, it still hasn't sunk in for me. Why did I come here to Caldia? What was I doing before I did? It's all stuff I absolutely can't explain, just not even a little bit. If I told them I came here to protect humanity just because I felt like it, that'd be pretty lame, right? Oh, but I can explain how I came to run the medical division at such a young age. It's because I studied like any other person, of course. Competence is what got me the job. Fo. Come to think of it, I've spent the last decade doing nothing but studying, researching, and investigating. One day I had a feeling that humanity was going to end. It was one of those bad dreams that people get sometimes. Eventually, I was forced to realize that this feeling of mine was true. I had no way of denying it, yet no strength to make sure either. The only clue I had was that it would begin at Caldia. I was filled with a sense of terror, and I was compelled to do something. So I've done everything I possibly could over the past decade. Like I was fleeing from this doom. Like I was running away screaming. And I'm about to find out how this will end. I'm scared but happy at the same time. Once this battle's over, I won't have to worry anymore. I can finally be free to do what I want with my time. Fo. Why are you thwacking on the data on the demon gods? Oh, I see. You're worried about Thor, huh? As for who Solomon really is, well, I suppose I have some idea. Kingu was a good sample case. I thought that Solomon who appeared in London was a fake, but I didn't have any way to prove it. Heroic spirits have many aspects. That's why a single heroic spirit can manifest as a saber or a lancer, for instance. So even if the Solomon who incinerated humanity was a variation on the one in the legends, he's still Solomon, the father of magecraft. And if he is the real Solomon, then Caldia has no way to beat him. There were times when pessimism would win out, and I thought that this Grand Order would end with humanity's defeat. But now, I don't feel that way. If I'm right, that Solomon has one weak point. Yes, just one. If he is the real Solomon, and at the same time someone who's falsely claiming to be the King of Mages, there is a void that Solomon can never reach. And it scares me. What scares me isn't whether I can take advantage of that opportunity. It's what I'm going to be thinking when I reach that void. Oh. His balls are his weak point. I'm sure you did, oh I toot. Look at all you guys coming in here with your I got him in one pool, aren't you special?
I had a dream. A scene of a peaceful town. One that I'd seen before.
Hey, Mash, good to see you're doing well again today. I'm sure things will be quiet tomorrow, too.
Hey, Kitty A-Light. What are you doing with that shield? The city's the same as ever. There's no danger around.
That's right, we finally live in a utopia with no war, starvation, prejudice, or discrimination.
There's no need to hate anyone. No need to fear anything, because we've been released from death.
We've been released from the sorrows of life. We're happier now than we ever thought possible.
Life has no end. The world has no end. Tomorrow will never be worse than today. This is the bliss of eternity.
Even Morgan Freeman's there.
No, I don't understand the happiness they speak of. Solomon, King of Mages, the image you show me only frightens me.
Why does it frighten you? These people have been released from finite lives, from the terror of death, from all their worries. What you see is a realistically blessed world for humans taking form. Why would that frighten you, Mash? A promise tomorrow, a today that lasts forever, a life you needn't fear ending. That should be your salvation. I thought you, of all people, would understand how wonderful it is simply to live.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know why you show yourself to me, but I can see that you're concerned about me. Which is why it pains me to deny you, but I must correct you when you're in the wrong.
Very well. Then tell me, Mash. I'm interested in the conclusion that you've reached.
You mourn the end of life and speak of the beauty of eternity, but I'm sorry. I don't understand the sorrow. I don't understand what's so great about eternity. Death is the end that comes to all living things. It's a natural part of life. You say there's no sadness because there's no death, but I don't think eternal life is happiness.
Why? The people of this town are happy. Eternity of the happiness. Eternity is the happiness that humanity yearns for.
No, that's a lie. Their smiles are wrong.
Their smiles are wrong. Are you saying that this state of satisfaction, of freedom for all worries, is a lie?
Yes. Smiling is what gets you through sadness. Humans continue smiling because they know their time is limited. But the smiles in this world are different. They're just smiling because they're not afraid. Those aren't smiles. They're just muscle memory. The joys of life belong to those who live in the moment. Solomon, King of Mages. That is my answer to the question you once posed me. I don't think anyone lives because they're scared of dying. We live because we simply want to live. We can do our best to get through the day because we can't wait for tomorrow. Our journey isn't about trying to avoid the endpoint of our lives we call death, but rather to pass through it. So please, do not take away our desire to live.
I see. So that's the question the other me asked of you, Why do you fight? Why, knowing your life will someday end, knowing it's ended already? Why do you cling to life? Why, when you realize that there's nothing in your future you can save?
What you've just told me, that is your answer? A shame. Truly a shame. Only those directly involved could be satisfied by such an answer. The demon god Flaros spoke of you, of how a short-lived creature created by man lived her life. I had paid particular attention to you as a sample case. No more. I no longer care. There is no path to a longer life for you. You have rejected eternity. And so, you shall die. So die like the trash you are, and take all of Chaldea with you. Die as one who clung to life, as a brave warrior who overcame many trials and perils. Why? Because that was what everyone was foolish enough to see you as. It's sad, really. In the end, you're nothing more than another powerless, ordinary human. Good morning, chat. It's time. Okay, it's time. Hiya. Hi, good morning. It's Da Vinci here with your wake-up call. I figured you'd be getting up from your nap about now. Oh, no need for any formal greetings. This call is basically just me talking to myself. The command room is ready. Now it's up to you and Mash to begin the last order. But first I have a request. No, it's less of a request and more a bit of advice. I reviewed Mash's medical exams during the brief rest. I'll be blunt. Her body is at its limit, both in terms of her life and combat ability. She doesn't have long to live and can only participate in one more major operation. I figured you needed to know, and Romani forced me to pass on the bad news. So anyway, Romani believed that it would be best not to tell her, but I disagree. For one thing, I think she knows. I see. Coming from you, who's been with her the most, I'm not inclined to argue. That's it from me, then. I know this all comes moments before the battle to determine humanity's future, but that's that and this is this. You've only got a brief moment before you head to the command room. Spend it in a way that you won't regret. See you in the command room. Ciao! In a way I won't regret. With a furious, raging heart-on. Good morning, Senpai. Did you just wake up too? I just took a nap and finished a physical checkup. If you're going to the command room, then let me accompany you. How did rolls go? Very poorly. Did not get no 5-star servant. Or would you like to go to the cafeteria and get a sandwich for some quick nourishment? Senpai? Can't bring it up. I think it's natural to feel pressured. I'm feeling overwhelmed and my heart is racing. But I'm not worried. It's always been this way for me. From Fuyuki to ancient Mesopotamia, I was never confident that I'd be able to complete the mission. On the other hand, Senpai, even though you were more baffled than I was, you always managed to lead the way. So no matter how much pressure I'm under, even if humanity's survival is at stake, as long as Senpai is my master, I'll never feel worried. Chat, you are the best master Chaldea has, and I'm very proud of you. Mash. Foe. Foe! Good morning, Foe. Have you come to bring us to the command room? Foe. Foe. Foe's staring right at me.
Oh. Fo.
Oh?
I see. Can't bring that up, but... Mash, you should stay in Caldia.
Thank you, but that's impossible. Ever since you took my hand as the command room was collapsing around us, I have exclusively been your servant. If you're going to fight, then I want to fight too. Even if it shortens the small amount of time that I have left.
So you do know.
Yes, and it's no reason for any extra concern. It's true that unlike others, I was born and raised in a special environment. But I don't feel sad about my life so far. I know the doctor was worried about me, but I don't regret my life. Nothing sad has happened in it. If there's anything to be sad about, it would be that I won't be able to see what comes next. My life has been very happy. Everyone was very good to me. Even if I only have a few more months left to live, I want to be proud of what I do with them.
But that's just awful.
Not at all. My life has been more than worth it. I mean, I never thought I'd set foot outside of Caldia. That never even seemed possible for me. But you saved me. Thanks to you, I was able to see the outside world, to see what color the sky was. My journey this past year has been a treasure to me. One I wouldn't give up for anything. So I'm going on the final mission. Solomon said that life has no value, that human history is meaningless. But that's wrong, and I will deny it with everything I have. Even if someone's life is going to be lost and forgotten, I've learned on my journey that the lives of every human in history are what built the present that we live in now. It's true that I have no experience with life's sorrows. I don't understand the pain the King of Mages speaks of. But I know the joys of life. Senpai, Dr. Roman, everyone at Caldia, and all the worlds we've traveled through have taught me. So please, let me accompany you until the end, Master. To prevent the incineration of humanity, to show the value of human life, and to retake our future.
I'm sorry. Let's go, Mash.
Right. Mash Kidialite will support you with everything I have.
Oh, Fo! Right on time. Good morning, Thor and Mash. Your physical and mental states both appear stable. The two of you are in top condition. No, your mental state is a bit elevated compared to usual. Did something good happen, Mash?
Yes, I was lucky enough to run into Senpai in the hallway again today.
Tactless doctor, aren't you? No, not really. I was just taking your vitals. I am your doctor, after all, and I have to be precise, so... Wait, what do you mean by tactless? Did you literally bump into each other or something? Did sparks fly? Oh, right. Here I am making my usual small talk. We're at the final stage. We need to stay focused, talk seriously. Master Thor, Mash Kidialite. We finally identified the location of the King of Mages' base, which we knew to exist outside the normal temporal access. Caldia will now make contact with this singularity. The entire facility will enter enemy territory. We will ray shift into the enemy singularity, but will also be physically connected to them. This will be different from our other expeditions. Moving between Caldia and the singularity can only be done at the contact points. In other words,
this is a surprise landing operation. Crazy like Normandy.
Da Vinci!
Hi! Hi! Thank you for that lively response. Military regulations and dignity are of no concern of mine.
Well, I kinda saw that coming. Fine, I'm going to give up on being serious. Da Vinci, can you give us the briefing?
Sure, leave it to me. Now, just like I said, this is a landing operation. That sets it apart from all the other orders so far. There's no need to look for the Grail. The mission itself is simple, but you've got 3 things to do. First, besiege the enemy temple. Second, defeat the King of Mages. And third, return from enemy territory alive.
Defeat the King of Mages.
And then return alive? Yes, and thanks to Sheba's analysis, we know the basic layout of the enemy territory. This singularity is its own little world. It's a conceptual universe. If Caldia's is a miniature model of Earth, then the enemy territory is a miniature model of the entire universe. Well, it's a universe with no other celestial bodies. On a human scale, it would be about the size of a single cell. What's interesting is that there's only a single life form in this universe, but we can ignore that for now. There's an incalculable amount of magical energy swirling around the center of the singularity. That's definitely the King of Mages' throne. The throne will be your target, but the route connecting to it is currently blocked. That is to say, the temple gate is shut. Well, it's natural to protect one's seat of power. So first, you're going to destroy all the surrounding areas in the enemy territory. The enemy's territory itself is actually a single massive life form. It's sending energy from the outer edges to the core. So once the outer edges are destroyed, the gate barring the way to the throne will shatter. Destroy the outer areas to cut off the magical flow. So that's why you talked about besieging the temple. That's right. Our analysis revealed that there are multiple bases inside enemy territory. If you destroy them or shut them down, the path to the throne should open. Then you defeat the King of Mages once he's exposed and finally come back to Caldia. You'll have to walk back though. Traveling via ray shift can only be done along the contact point, the entrance into the enemy territory. That's why it's a landing operation. It's gonna be such a chore. Once the King of Mages is gone, the singularity will disappear. In other words,
we need to run back as the singularity collapses.
Exclamation point! Yes, that is different than before. We've never had to escape a collapsing battlefield. Yes, normally the only time you've had to worry about that is if you're searching ruins. So destroying the King of Mages is just the start. What's important is coming back. Both of you need to stay focused until the very end, and make your way back to the entrance. As soon as we've ray shifted to return you to the coffins, Caldia will return to normal space. That's when the battle is truly over. Humanity and Caldia will have won. Right, Romani?
Of course. That's why we've come all this way. Enter the enemy singularity and destroy the 7 bases. Reach the throne at the heart and defeat Solomon. Afterwards, escape the collapsing throne and return to Caldia via the contact point. That's the mission. Any questions? What do you mean the singularity is a single life form? Oh, actually... You know, there's probably no reason to go into it, but I'll tell you anyway. Do you remember Fuyuki's Greater Grail? The magical reactor core that caused the Fuyuki Holy Grail War? It was originally made from the dissected body of a certain mage. The greatest of geniuses, the greatest of miracles, this mage had her magical circuits removed and used as the basis for the system. This was a special case of turning the small system that is a human body into a real universe. And this singularity is similar. It's a small universe made from the magical circuits of a certain mage. A reality marble that can exist outside of the temporal axis for as long as it has magical energy. That is the true nature of Solomon's base. That is why we must call it this. The Grand Temple of Time, Reality Marble Solomon. Dr. Roman? How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who is yet to be mentally prepared. But that's coming to an end right now. That look on your face, Thor. It's cheered me up. As the acting director of Caldia, I order you to enter the coffins. There's only a little time left. If Caldia reaches 2019, then everything will be over. We won't be able to restore humanity. This battle began with defeat. Solomon wiped out the entirety of mankind before anyone knew what happened. This is the greatest murder plot in human history. Solomon has been carefully planning this out since his death in 931 BC. Please, put an end to his absurd scheme. Prove that an endeavor as hollow as Solomon's simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Of course, leave it to me.
Yes, leave it to us, Dr. Roman. Senpai and I will return to Caldia. I promise.
Good. Glad to hear it. Knowing you two, you won't lose to Solomon. Now let's begin the final order. Initiating Ray Shift program. The enemy is Solomon, King of Mages. The mission objectives are to destroy him and return alive. Unsummon program start. Spiritron conversion start. Ray Shift starting in 3, 2, 1. All procedures cleared. Final grand order. Commencing operation. Yeah. The Primeval Holy Gate of Ceremonia. That's a fucking name. Behold, chat. Let us enter the sector of beasts. Selkid needs to get Merlin. Quick, chat. Donate me enough money for more 10 pulls. Serve by level 5 and up, get a big damage boost. Big old damage boost. Let me just do that. Place looks pretty corrupted. You look pretty corrupted. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? Huh? Yeah, exactly. There she is. There she is. Just get ourselves nice and ready. Nice and ready. Where's my Shakespeare? There he is. Where's my... There it is. Alright, perfect. We'll just do that for now. Alright, let's go. Corrupted anyways? Artoria is a good girl. Wow, I tell chat to throw money at me and nobody throws money at me. I feel unloved. Nobody's willing to throw me thousands of dollars for an anime JPEG. How dare you? Ooh, that's loud wind. Turn that down just a teeny bit. Reverse psychology. Tell them not to throw money. Okay. Back to story time. We can't bear to see this endless slaughter. We can't bear to hear this ceaseless screaming. Our clairvoyance reveals all the horrible truths of past and future. I, as king, cannot turn a blind eye. We simply lack the ability to turn a deaf ear. How ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. We are forced to witness all the horrors of this world. The revolting and hideous are forced onto us, burned into our memory. The only sensible thing to do is rectify this repulsive state of being. But how? Even if we were to eradicate their filth, humans would simply create more. The very premise is wrong. As long as life exists, we can fix nothing. It must be redone. That is the only option. Everything must be redone and perfected right from the beginning. We must be erased. What must be erased is not merely history, nor the ecosystem, nor continents, nor time itself. We must begin from true nothingness. Our plan was to recreate this planet from its beginning. In order to do so, considerable resources are required. We need a truly massive amount of fuel. For example, the massive amount of energy generated by incinerating all life on this planet. But a one-time harvest will not be enough. We will need to draw from the past, the present, and the future of the whole world. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Any energy generated in each of these time spans will be harvested going backwards in time. That should work. 3,000 years worth of the planet's most potent energy. Once it's collected, bound, and controlled, our task can be accomplished. Our kindred, the portents we scattered across the land. We write here of our indignation. We shall leave a path for our kin who follow behind us. Build a temple. Pile up the bands of light. We need every existing resource to destroy humanity. Need every second of eternity to forget humanity. Seek the way to the final singularity. There you shall find us on the throne of the King of Mages. So, before we continue, thank you Kawasuke for the follow, VEQZZ for the follow, Dreadrots for the follow, and I Know Waifu for the 1,500 bits. You're welcome for story times. Thank you very much for the bits. And hashtag charity. Thor, Mash, wake up. Are you guys all right?
Yes, Doctor. Race shift successful. But we've encountered strange interference we've never experienced before during the ray shift. That image was...
It was the same image I saw in Aruk. It was a memory seared into space.
Oh good, Senpai is alright too. Now about the situation here. On it! I'm monitoring you guys. You've definitely arrived at the Temple of Time.
Yay! Can I become young Link?
And these are the same recordings I measured 1,000,000 times in Mesopotamia. A spirit origin that doesn't fall under any of the 7 classes. The Beast of Calamity known as one of the evils of humanity. The reading I'm getting throughout that entire space is Beast Class.
Clap. You've got that right. Looks like you've wisened up a bit, Caldia. The fact that you were lucky enough to make it past the 7th singularity is an accomplishment worthy of praise from me.
You!
Lev Laner. Should I say, hi, it's been a while. But there's really no need for greetings, or for us to catch up. I know how your battles with the other demon god pillars went. I'm impressed to see an inexperienced master like yourself has made it this far. It may surprise you to know that I'm very well acquainted with the subtleties of human nature. That's why I can admire Thor's effort. Honestly, your persistent survival is hideous. It makes me sick. Why can't you just lie down and die? It's so simple. Anyone should be able to manage it.
Professor Lev, I will not ask why you are alive, but there is one thing I do want to know. When you approached Director Olga Marie, was your intent to destroy Caldia and humanity even then, from the very beginning?
That is such a mash question. But there must be something else you'd like to ask, no? He must have been on humanity's side, at least in the beginning. Surely Lev Laner was originally an honest man. He must have been seduced by the King of Mages at some point, isn't that it?
I want to know too, Professor Lev. You were working for Caldia even before I joined. The foundation of humanity could not be restored solely with Caldius. It was Sheba, which you developed, that allowed us to get this far. It's hard to believe that you had been working for Solomon from the beginning. Yes, it's hard to believe you were able to deceive me for 4 years. When did you become a demon god pillar?
Oh my, what a pleasant surprise. Romani Archiman. And you too, Madame Da Vinci. What familiar faces. I never expected to chat with you guys again. You're all concerned for my reputation. Rather, human rights. You seem to be so preoccupied with things like that. But that's unnecessary. So you want to know when I started serving the King of Mages? Beginning 3,000 years ago, of course. From the moment the plan was set in motion, we were already in place throughout the world. Lineages destined to birth a demon god pillar in 100 years, in 500 years, or even 1,000 years later. I just happened to be the one designated for 2018 AD. We were like seeds planted in the ground. In original order, handed down through generations of mages. A certain way of being that must be protected, absolutely. Our grand order is the rule that the King of Mages created for this very moment. While human mages establish their own principles and theories and pass them down to their descendants, we, whose power was born of the King of Mages, survived through the generations until the designated time. We etched a curse into our genes to host the demon god pillar, and continued our lineage until our appointed era arrival. But that's unnecessary. I'm sorry. Sorry. And in 2017, at the point where I awakened as the last designated demon god pillar, your history came to an end. All necessary resources had been collected. But you Caldians insisted on surviving. Why? What made you do that? Did I miscalculate somewhere? No, that's not it. It was because an imposter managed to slip past my watchful gaze. Am I right, Romani Archman? It seems I underestimated you. Or maybe you were playing in the fool in front of me, so things would turn out the way that they have. If so, that's really a shame. I thought we were friends. Medicine and sorcery, we may not have walked the same path, but at least I showed respect for your good nature and the vain efforts you were making.
Of course not. There's no way you could have detected Romani's nature. After all, he didn't trust anyone around him until I was summoned to Caldia.
What?
Romani may be an ordinary person, but no one certain matter. He demonstrated more patience than any genius could. I don't know the reason. I don't even know who the enemies are. There's no guarantee that it's even going to happen. He threw his entire life away believing in the crisis of mankind that he only saw in a dream. He continued to wait, believing that something that couldn't possibly happen would in fact occur. He couldn't let his enemies know they'd noticed, so he couldn't tell his allies either. And since he didn't know how to prepare for that moment, all he could do was study everything he possibly could. That's how Romani Archman spent more than a decade, in a hell of his own creation, where he couldn't rest even for a moment. Such a man would never show his true nature, even to a friend. This fool even kept telling himself that he was worthless trash or scum or something like that. Well, you think so? I don't think I'm that self-degrading. Of course I kept an eye on his suspicious behavior. That's why I made a move to kill him with the command room explosion. But even that failed because that master intervened. What? Is that true, Senpai? You saved the doctor's life.
I guess I did. That was such a long time ago. Well, whatever. Our king is tied up right now. The final calculations will be done in a few hours. Normally, I would ignore you all. But this is a good opportunity. I'll tidy up my own loose ends right here. You have absolutely no chance of making it to the throne, and I'll prove that right now. Hear me. My name is Demon God Flauros, one of the 72 demon gods, the one who governs information. I was caught by surprise last time, but I'm full of energy today. I'll enjoy seeing how much you've battered yourselves.
Levlaner has transformed into a demon god pillar. Master, your orders, please.
Let's defeat Lev and head to the throne. Dealing with a demon god pillar or two is no big deal.
Yes, here I go, Master.
Oh, Flauros, you're going to have a bad time right now.
つまり途中だな。他にやることないの？
さあどうだ。
リア王の受難。リア王の受難。
お任せあれ。
All right, let's see how well he deals with this.
すべての邪悪をここに。ええ。これは憎悪によって磨かれた我が魂の方向。ラグロンドメントニューヘイ。くらえ。
Not bad.
お任せあれ。お任せあれ。私は任せて。
Megumin happy.
神経系、血管系、リンパ系、疑似魔術回路変換完了。これが私のすべて。シュナイデン。やったね。大勝利。
Scree!
反射から素材を剥ぎ取りましょうか。物騒なことはやめてね。
It's pointless. Everything you do is pointless.
It can't be. The demon god pillar has reappeared. It wasn't restored or healed. An entirely new Flauros has been born.
Don't tell me the ground is completely. What was that? What was that impact just now? Something hit us from the outside. The second reactive theory unit has sustained over 60% damage. We've lost the northern observation room, detecting excess pressure in the observatory dome. T-minus 5 minutes until collapse. If the dome is destroyed, we won't be able to hold the command room. Kodia will enter foam state and be swallowed up by the Temple of Time.
Pseudo-Spiritron computing efficiency has fallen out of the qualia zone. We're losing reactive theory strength.
Cut off all power to its external facilities. Reroute everything to qualias into the reactive theory units. We need to maintain the command room's functions. Leonardo, what about the resources you have saved up in your workshop? In your re-shop?
I've transferred them to my Spiritron calculation supercomputer. My secret stash should cover it. But this'll all be futile, Romani. The attackers are demon god pillars. 6, 7, 8 demon god pillars have wrapped themselves around Caldia. I could fight directly, but I'd be able to take out maybe one at best. And that won't solve the problem at hand. We'll need to destroy the singularity before Caldia gets smashed to smithereens.
That's impossible. It's impossible, you hear? I'm immortal. We're inexhaustible. This entire space is us. Come. Come, my kindred, show yourselves. Look at all the tentacles, chat. It looks like my basement.
More demon god pillars. No, these are...
Yes, we are the 72 demon gods, and they are us. I art thou, thou art I. You killed me, but what of it? There will always be 72 demon god pillars no matter what you do to us. As long as the throne exists upon this land, our number will never decrease. If you want to kill me, you'll have to eradicate all 72 of us. But what chance do you have of that? Where's your army? There's nothing on Earth that can stand against us. You haven't caught us. You've merely thrown yourselves into your own graves. Ha ha ha! You're like moths to the flame. I commend your enthusiasm.
We're not getting any transmissions from Caldia. Master, what should we do?
No. No way. I've underestimated you. I see you still have the guts to meet your enemy's gaze. But that's enough. I understand you don't know when to give up. That might have worked up until yesterday, but the last master, the last human, Thor. We have the utmost respect for you. You were supremely entertaining. We laugh at your resistance in the first singularity. We laugh at your zeal in the second singularity. We laugh at your adventures in the third singularity. We laugh at your quest in the fourth singularity. We laugh at your advance during the fifth singularity. We laugh at your survival in the sixth singularity. And the seventh singularity. Well, that wasn't very pleasant. It was a poor show, not the least bit entertaining. Let's just forget it entirely. In your case, your fight has been truly amusing. And the fact that it was utterly pointless makes it even better. You fought all this way and it was worthless. You fought up until now and even until your end. And even still, your end will be utterly pathetic. It has been a spectacular show. Thank you, and goodbye. Caldia will meet its end here and now.
Senpai! Mash!
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Maybe. Maybe it was pointless after all.
No, calling it pointless is ludicrous. Isn't it a bit too early for you to be giving up? This battle was a long journey that took you back through human history. However, you never once fell to despair. That because you had so many encounters on that journey. Even if this entire planet became the battleground for the Holy Grail War, even if everything on this land had turned into eternal ruinous grounds, even if countless powerful enemies stood in your way at the end of your journey, you never gave up. You looked forward knowing your fate has not yet been decided. This is no different. Now, let the battles begin, Master. Wasn't this meant to be a story about us taking back our future together?
Who could it be, chat? Who could it be? Yes, there were a couple errors. What's going on? Why isn't Thor gone? Why does Caldia still exist? Why? Why are our bodies crumbling?
All 8 demon god pillars have been destroyed. We did it! Way to go, Da Vinci, you're amazing! What trick did you have up your sleeve this time? You should have let us know you had such a powerful secret weapon. No, that wasn't me, that was...
Yes, that was...
Primates have flourished for thousands of years. The age of gods has ended, and through time, mankind has become the most prosperous beings on Earth. And so, we shape the future of this planet and inscribe its history on the surface. For that, we nurtured knowledge, produced many resources, and saw countless lives reincarnated. It is a map to prolong mankind's survival and to ensure its everlasting prosperity. In the world of magecraft, this is called humanity. Those at Caldia have been charged to protect it.
Is this a dream? Are my sensors broken? There are summoning spells being activated all over the singularity. There's no catalysts, no summoners. They're materializing autonomously, following the thin threads of fate that intertwined when you cross paths. 10, 20, 30 spirit origin signatures, and still increasing. Thor, this is... I know that banner. You guys all came. Eastern Terminal Nerve System aflame. Number of enemy servants rising.
Western autonomous nerves damaged. 24 enemy servants confirmed.
Inconsequential. No matter how many of them there are, there's just extensions of man. They are not a colony like us. They must live separately and fight individually. Destroy them. Eliminate them. Remove them. Mere servants are no match for us. I cannot see anything that would be capable of destroying the 72 demon god. Eastern Terminal Nerve System destroyed. Demon gods 1 through 8 cannot maintain nominal values.
Western autonomous nerves destroyed. Demon gods 26 through 33 cannot maintain nominal values.
Left and right. Base thoracic cages damaged. We recommend retreating from this space. Wah! What's going on? Why are we being overpowered? How are humans who reject mutual understanding fighting together like this? Well, humans, when they have a common threat, are pretty good at fighting together, like filthy, filthy cockroaches.
Yes, it's true that we are life forms who are obsessed with self-interest. And it's no different as a heroic spirit. In fact, it is because we are heroic spirits that we cannot abandon our convictions. But there is one human who believes in us. A human who still believes that we're heroes, even after meeting so many heroic spirits and witnessing so many battles. What heroic spirit could ignore that call? O Lord, I shall raise my flag once again for the salvation of a nation. Nay, for the salvation of this world. Hear me, heroic spirits, mighty warriors who have gathered here. Though we may be rivals, or from completely different eras, we must stand together now. Not to prevent the incineration of humanity, but to open up a path for our contractor. My true name is Jeanne d'Arc. In the name of the Lord, I shall become your shield. Yeah! Jeanne! So many. Those shooting stars racing across the sky. Yeah, they're servants. This is amazing. They just keep coming. And I have no idea why either. Maybe they were able to get in because this singularity exists outside of time? No, it doesn't matter. Among the heroic spirits you met on your journey, the heroic spirits who fought alongside you, I'm sure there are some who planned only to lend their power for a short while. And yet they've all come to help you out. This is A sight so rare you could live 1,000 lifetimes and never see it again. The servants' attacks are pinning the demon gods in place. Every single one of the 72 demon gods has been engaged. We can eliminate them right now. Open a path to the center, Thor. We only have a little bit of time left.
To the throne we go. Nibirius, the melting furnace. Look at all those random guest servants we could have, but they aren't bond-up servants, and that's what... This is a smart person right here. Kisa's terribly smart putting that CE on. For the farming purposes, that's a good CE to have. Ba, ba, ba. Hey, chat. I forget, since it's coming up relatively soon with the guaranteed gotchas are definitely coming up, can, I forget, but can iTunes cards be used on Android devices for Fate Go? Because I know those go on sale all the time around Christmas. No? Don't think so? Okay. I didn't think so either, but I just wanted to double check with people that might know better. Okay.
Activate. Activate the 9 pillars that govern the melting furnace. Zepar, Botus, Batham, Salos, Person, Marax, Epos, Aim. We 9 pillars know sound. We 9 pillars weave song. In the name of the 72 demon gods, our luminous torch shall never be extinguished.
Yeah, Google Play cards probably go on sale just as often, so I can double check those. The only reason I ask that is because I all the time see iTunes cards on sale, so, and very, very rarely see Google Play cards on sale. You know what I mean?
I have confirmed the presence of 9 enemy pillars. I'm not sure we can take on so many of them.
No way, we can't take on this many. Sure we can. I like that the main character, the main servant that shows up in order to rally us and all the other servants together is the poster girl for the game. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Do not say such things. Demon gods of this sort should be a cakewalk for you by now.
Indeed, this is the first time I'm seeing them up close, and I'm astonished that you battled such monsters. I must express my incredible respect for your prowess and bravery. I'm sure you're all capable of overcoming this trial on your own, but allow me to assist you.
Sumanai.
Yeah, they literally give you free money. They just throw money into your pocket.
John! Siegfried! We shall hold this sector. Thor of Caldia, we await your command. The demon gods are nothing compared to that horrible witch. We are the Alliance of Dragon Slayers, and we shall repay you for your hard work in Orleans.
It's the Kira Queen, chat. Word has it she has no weaknesses.
Kira? Joan, you're right, and vive la France! Vive la France, Thor! What's up, my homies? Come now, Amadeus and Sanson. Pay your respects.
What's up? No, I'm too ashamed to show myself. Happier just helping behind the scenes. Oh, you're so uptight. It's too late to be fretting over appearances now. What's done is done. There's no point brooding over an unpopular concert. Don't you know that the memories of the masses are malleable? If you give a spectacular performance now, your past mistakes will be forgiven. Mostly. It baffles me that a man your age doesn't know that. It's amazing that someone as sensitive as you could tolerate a moniker like Monsieur de Paris. I mean, a man of Paris? How mortifying! I would have skipped town before the day was through. You're just an irresponsible good-for-nothing, the lowest kind of scum ready to flee as soon as something displeases him. In that case, show me your so-called responsibility. You caused quite a bit of trouble for Thor in France. Being a mere stagehand isn't enough. Step out onto center stage and work 10 times as hard as penance. Besides, this is a battle to save people. Surely that's 1,000 times better than standing on an execution stage. Ugh. You insolent wretch. Must you always have the final word?
Please, Amadeus Sanson.
Greetings, Fraulein. We meet once again. Do you remember my one tidbit of advice? Well, I suppose that's irrelevant at the moment. We don't have time for chit-chat just now. Are you ready? We shall exterminate the demon gods together. Truth be told, I actually have a bit of a connection to these things. But fortunately, I had not the slightest interest in aligning with those 72 demon gods in any way. I had long since sold my soul to music. Someone must have become Omdusius ahead of me. Or perhaps...
What is it, Amadeus? Why such a gentle, tender look? Kira kira. Kira kira.
It's nothing. I was merely recalling a past miracle. Well, Thor, let us sound the drums of war. This is shaping up to be quite the battle, but we have plenty of help this time. Let's finish off this prelude so that we may hurry on to our next venue. The power of the Kira Kira Queen. Melting Furnace. Nabirius.
私の目にかなう勇者はいるかしら。
どうかしら。
そんなに見たいの？
こういうのどうだ？こういうのどうだ？
255 hours to farm the tentacles. Hell yeah.
こうしてほしいんでしょう。とっておき見せてあげるわ。
I guess this tentacle doesn't count as a male.
山を抜き、なお落ちることなきその両翼、確約3年。
Aw, he lived. What a freaking cheater.
いいわ。いや、こっちよ。行くわよ。 うしいいわ行くわよああ面白かった
Ba 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 ba. By the way, I think that demon god pillar upon death said something along the lines of these legendary heroes are troublesome. I think he said Densetsu ga Taihen. Hey, look! It's another saint. It's a punch saint. And now I'm gonna punch Chad. Because I'm a saint. Also, for now, you become Tamamamamo. Tamamamamamo. It'll help out with this killing thing. Punch in golf. Not on NA for quite some time, unfortunately. Dies. Boy, these heroes are troublesome. To be fair, if he's just going to infinitely respawn, that's a kind of normal level of response.
一気火星に畳みかける
Ah, ba 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 ba.
こういうのどうだつまり途中だな他にやることないのこういうのどうだ
こうしてほしいんでしょう
Look, chat, I have Tamamo and Kuro out at the same time. Same voice actress.
バリバリ乗ろんぞ行くわよ
Actually, what level is that? Level 7, okay, it's
こ
decent.
うしてほしいんでしょうとっておき見せてあげるわものを言わせてあげるいいわ
Lick.
山を抜き水なお落ちることなきその両翼格安3連
Why is the music continuing? Oh no, the game broke. We were trapped in an eternal magical girl anime. Kuro's power was so powerful with the Tamamo buff that we were just stuck inside of the NP. It became a Aprilia event. Too bad I have to clear this before I unlock the other stuff, but we're almost there. 2 more. Just give me the beat, boy, and clear my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Bow. Ba 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 ba. Chat, do me a favor. Go on to Amazon and buy me a $2,000 Google Play gift card. Thanks in advance.
途中だな他にやることじゃこういうのどうだこういうのどうだ
It'll be a great Christmas present. Idle games, okay. Hey, thank you very much, Gisao, for the follow.
こうしてほしいんでしょ
Welcome to the stream, dude. Glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy the show, and thank you for the support.
とっておき見せてあげるわ
Yo, chat, where my Chiwa Saito fans at?
山を抜きなお落ちることなきその両力百薬三連
It happened again! It's so loud too, goddamn.
こうしてほしいんでしょういいわいやこっちよ
ニコン
ものを言わせてあげるアイ・オブ・ザ・エウリュー
Yep, it does say Densetsu ga taihen da
面
na.
白かった
So he's saying these legendary heroes are troublesome. Aha. I see. Begin the quest. This cannot be. I was unaware of any predicted future matching this. What has the command terminal been doing? Impossible, impossible, impossible! This intrusion was not from incompetence. For the 9 of us to be overpowered by a ragtag group of heroic spirits, there must be some flaw in our design. Yay, the Dragon Girls, chat.
Turning a blind eye to one's immaturity is unsightly. It has nothing to do with the command terminal or whatever that is. Kiyohime will go to the ends of the earth and the universe if it's for my dear master. Such a deed is only proper to demonstrate a pure maiden's love.
Yay, Kiyohime is precious, chat.
Yes, truly unsightly. Blaming your superiors for your own inadequacy. You need to rebuild yourselves from the ground up. First of all, having 71 backup dancers looking like you is unthinkable. That's so out of touch. When you're out front on center stage, you can't whine. Be more like our master over there. You're out of your mind for trying to take on my puppy. You're still wet behind the ears.
Yeah! Elizabeth and Kiyohime. Good waifu support. This would be easier if they had a change of heart, but it seems they had no heart to begin with. Still, I'm slightly surprised and oddly touched. Even Elizabeth the Dragon Girl, an evil anti-hero, has the conscience to try to reform herself.
Dragons can be complicated creatures, Georgios. Also, isn't it about time you get the idea that all dragons are evil out of your head? Evil or not, a wholehearted duel... I mean, a wholehearted conversation will lead to mutual understanding.
See, so it's that persistence that I lacked. Even that wicked dragon Fafnir couldn't give up his lust for treasure. We might have been able to come to an understanding. If I had been as kind as you, my lady, I wonder if things would have ended differently.
No. The answer is no. You should cultivate a better sense of judgment of character. Pardon me. That slipped out even though we're in the middle of battle. But I was compelled to interject. Ahem. Perhaps Sir Siegfried should give himself a bit more credit for his achievements. I never suggest taking a page from that degenerate musician's book, but at least try to have Sanson's objectivity.
Hold it, if you're going to criticize me, please do it when I'm out of earshot, Daeon. As you can see, my heart is fragile, like Venetian glass. That's it. I'm tired and I wish to go home.
Don't mind him, Daeon. Amadeus just wants to make excuses for his own debauchery. He's a brute who doesn't care whether his reputation is good or bad. He's just a deviant who only gets excited by music superior to his own.
Damn! That's a hot burn, Marie. Oh, damn. So harsh, but so true. I can't possibly disagree. That aside, Sanson's smirk is completely repulsive. I'm not smirking. That was a look of pity. So how about more fighting and less lip flapping, you effet top, effet fop? These stakes have skewered 20,000 soldiers, but who knew the time would come when I would run out? It's natural for maggots to breed in rotten meat, but aren't there a few too many here? Aren't there a few too many here?
Of all people, I never thought I would hear Count Vlad complain. Are you enjoying this picturesque carnage? Why not reveal your true nature, Count Dracula? Don't you want to show off the real power of your lance to the master?
As malicious as always, Vampirus. At least you don't want for diligence. You work hard at the role you have taken on, so vigorously wielding that Iron Maiden of yours. I was a fool to worry about the opinions of others. We stand at the end of humanity. This is no time to fret over reputation. If they want a vampire, then I shall show them a true monster. Yes, we are in the pits of hell itself. There is no reason to hide one's sins. Atonement is for the surface world. For those of us who dwell in the bowels of the earth, there need be nothing but our singing the praises of pure violence. Oh, Christine, sing for me, fall from grace for me, and yes, return to the surface for me. You are worthy of light. We dead souls shall take on all of this filth. Yes, that's Phantom of the Opera. That's why I hammed up my delivery. We seem to be pressuring them, but there's still no end in sight. Even with our elite group, we've yet to make a dent in the enemy's territory. It's hard to defend with just one banner alone. Would you lend us your hand, my jaune?
Of course. There was no enemy force we could not overcome when the two of us fought together. Let us advance, Jill. Let us show our combined power here and now. Lumina Sight Eternal!
Saint War Order!
Scattering of terminal components confirmed. Breaking away from the throne, focusing on self-recovery. Zepar, Botus, Batham, Salos. Resurrect. Hersan, Murax, Epos, Ein. Resurrect. Melting Furnace Nabirius, rebooting, expelling enemy servants. I love how they're treated as though they're just an autonomous computer system. No matter how many we defeat, the numbers aren't decreasing. Looks that way. As long as we don't destroy their roots, these creatures won't die.
But we can make them weaker. As long as they are continuously defeated and forced to regenerate, the demon gods can do nothing. Yes, you're right, Joan. The supply of magical energy from that sector to the central throne is stopped. That means that, at the least, these 9 pillars can't return to the central throne. Well then, there's only one thing for us to do. If the demon gods regenerate infinitely, then we will continue to suppress them as long as our strength holds out. We'll clear a path to the throne. Members of Caldia, please go before us. May the Lord bless and protect you on that path.
All of you take care too.
Right. Thank you, Joan.
Yo, Okeanos bros, thanks for the help. Orleans bros, thanks for the help. And here it is, chat. Boy howdy. I wonder which one is the most farmable and the one that people want the materials from the most. Could be Flauros, 4,200 destroyed, that's quite a bit, that's pretty good. Alright, it's a raid, we understand. I guess Fornius is doing okay, but it could be... Oh wait, Barbados with 105,000. Definitely a bomb. It's definitely a bomb. Alright. To position 4. Throne 4, that is where Barbados is, chat. Guess who we're going to murder? A lot. It says 125k. Yours might be more updated than mine because I was in the middle of cutscene stuff right before this. Alright, what voice should I give Barbados? Chat, what voice should I give Barbados? Should it be a serious voice? Or should it be a more jokey voice? Make it nerdy? Make it nerdy? Alright. Activate! Activate! The 9 pillars that govern the control tower. Paimon, Buer, Gujin, Citri, Bellet, Larage, Eligos, and Kain. We 9 pillars assist with an integration. We 9 pillars maintain the terminals. In the name of the 72 demon gods, nothing shall stop this integration. Oh god, no! Ah, too bad, demon gods. If the duty for you 9 is to organize, then my job is to mess it all up. Remember how I smashed that glorious round table to smithereens? You want to punch this voice so hard in the face? Good. That's exactly what you asked for. That's right. Everything must come to an end. A proud, shining royal castle will eventually crumble. Knights clad in armor and bearing swords will all die at some point. One day I'm sure the world will end too. However, you wretches won't be the ones to cause it. No way. The end of the world won't be anything like this. In fact, this will be your end. You've already had more than your share of reducing things to ashes. So let's end it. I'll sing a requiem for ya. Saber, be careful of your magical energy reserves. You may have managed to materialize, but your existence is unstable. You never seem to have a proper master, and this is different from a Holy Grail war. It's very curious. Does that go for me too? Looks like I'm not human here.
Here it comes, here it comes. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Now we're talking, I'm here. What's going on? Oh, my head's all messed up inside. Where am I? What am I? Isn't this Ogawaheim? This ain't London. This ain't a singularity. And Master ain't here, so it can't be a Holy Grail war. Oi, oi, what the hell is this? You were having a bloody massacre party and no one thought to invite me? Shut up already. Quit screaming or I'll cut you up. Sorry, my bad, that was just a sneeze. I'm back. Sorry, Saber. This was all because I used too much of the elixir. Like I keep telling you, stop risking your life when you're not even sure if you're a heroic spirit. I think even more than before, there's something else mixed inside of you. First of all, you can't be serious about switching yourself back and forth during combat. You just need to back me up. Got it? If you get out of hand, I'll kill you. Precisely. Control yourself. Leave the enemy to us. I don't know who that is. Ah, yes! It's our boy! Hold on, chat. Let me get a baseline for what his voice is like, so I can try to imitate it and fail miserably. If you die, then I'll kill you. Oh, okay. There you go. Nikola Tesla. Observe! The thunder of the gods hath come. A perfectly executed three-phase electrical current. That output. And that high-pitched laugh. Oh, I should have done a higher-pitched laugh. Oh, it's him. I figured he would show up. Pardon me for taking my time to get down the giant thunder and lightning stairway. Indeed, Nikola Tesla is here. Why are you fashionably late to the fight? Are you an idiot, huh? I was escorting a maiden who was lost. I do not care if you forgive me or not. Angry Frankenstein noises. Oh, you were wrong? Yeah, that was obviously not going to be the president. It was obviously going to be Watashi wa Nikola Tesla. Is that Fran over there? I see, so you came too. Wait, this is, how can I put it, amazing in a way, for all three of us electricity-related talents to be here. This kind of thing doesn't happen every day. Alright, I'll collect data, for later. Yeah, the president is Singularity 5. It would make no sense for him to show up. Sheesh. Not the unnecessary crap, old man. Granted, it's not a bad thing that we're all here. Fran... Oh, wait. Which one are you? Are you still alive, like last time, or are you a heroic spirit? Or are you ambiguous like Jekyll over here? Oh, I see. Glad to hear it. You heard her, Jekyll. She's joining the fight. Uh-huh. But Fran is... She's not Fran. She's Frankenstein. The one I scrapped once before. Well, you know how it is. See? She's a berserker, huh? Wonderful electricity. This pure thunder and lightning that stirs up the atmosphere is definitely alternating current. And what a marvelous will to fight. Milady, it seems you're trying to fry the demon god pillars. Then let us conquer them together. The three of us together will be more than enough to take out the 9 pillars.
That may be, but let's avoid just recklessly rushing at the enemy. Without supplies, this will become a battle of attrition. Offense alone. Ah? What? Well, while I don't have an eye for battle like a master from a Holy Grail war, our formation is leaning heavy into offense. Of course, we do need to strike the enemy first to check things out, but once this becomes a drawn-out battle, especially you, Fran, between Franz, Saber, and Tesla, who would drop first? That would be me. My stamina parameters are especially low. At least on paper, but I compensate with my skills. Which means we definitely have to think about protecting our Lady Berserker in an effective manner. Steam power time.
If that is the case, make use of me, Nikola Tesla, and all of you who fight against the encroaching final waves. My vision and delusions have vanished completely, but the vestiges of your future remain. Don't let them disappear. I obtained a faint glimpse of the future at the end of Thor's path, and it's not half bad. That's why I came.
Oh hey, old man Babbage! Ugh.
Mr. Charles Babbage clad in steel armor. With this help, a more defensive formation will be possible.
My armor shall be the steel shield that protects you all.
Oh, is that right? Then I'll be the sword. I'll slice through the heavens, cleave the ground, and slash through the demon gods along with the sky. Yes, that's the electric spark of my treasured sword.
But you wield an axe, Kintoki.
The unparalleled golden spark! He's here, Mr. Golden. Hey, long time no see, Suits. I dropped everything when I heard the call. Of course, it wasn't you guys. It was a more delicate, weaker voice. A frustrated voice that couldn't bear it anymore. With a shout of numerous someones right at the moment their world was incinerated. Imagine all the things people wanted to do. Mothers were preparing meals. Brats were looking forward to playing again the next day. I don't get it at all. It's crazier than riding my bike with a helmet. What I don't get is how some people can't seem to understand just how precious these things are in people's lives. Never mind humanity in the future, let's straighten out these numbskulls first. For the sake of the uneventful everydays that they torched. And the people who just wanted a normal life but couldn't get it. I'm gonna kick some demon ass! I'm Kintoki, Sakata Kintoki, one of Raiko's 4 heavenly kings. I smash devils, punch fiends, and sometimes ride a golden machine. Your name is different from what you said last time. What's the big idea, Golden Brave? I'm gonna do this. Here I go. A flash of thunder and lightning. Gorgeous Golden Rider. Henshin!
Henshin!
Brilliant, quick change. Or rather, transformation. It is as if his spirit origin himself has changed.
That's ridiculous. I mean, isn't it? You're one to talk, Jekyll. Alright, observe. When the world needs it, electricity-related heroic spiritfuls with no other connection show up. They turn up the juice and charge into danger. Like it or not, going back's a no thank you. Hey, heroes, are you ready to rock and roll all night?
Huh? Who the hell are you talking to, bozo? Where do you think Where do you think's the best place to rock anyway? Heh, it's always and everywhere, dumbass. We're already in the middle of our own big rock and roll set. Not only that, but where's the birthplace of rock and roll? It's England, Chad. It's England. Alrighty, let's start murdering some tentacles. Fight with everything you have to stop the incineration of humanity. Continuing is possible, but you will receive nothing. What's Relic of the King do? Ah, yes. But only when he's on the field, and I plan on possibly swapping out. Nah, it's simple. It's duh. We just do it like that. Become Ilya! Become another support that can boost damage. More Buster Card effectiveness. Is it gonna be swimming time soon? Not at the moment, that's for sure. Actually, how big is her Buster buff? I wonder. Sanzong might be good to punch Barbados. Sanzong doesn't do as much damage as Ilya does. What are you talking about? Don't try and trick me. Oh, it's actually quite high. It's a very high Buster increase. Good. At 7, it is 42%. Nice. Wonderful. Wonderful. Alright, let us begin. Oh, also, we can even have Tamamo in for bonus bomb points for funsies if I want to. Barbados the control tower. Time to neutralize him. His best support Zerker? I don't know. Depends on what you're going for. $158,407 pillars have been destroyed. Even if you defeat the demon gods, as long as the gauge remains, they return or resurrect. Top screen shows you how long you have before it's ogre. This is going to be a lot of Buster Ups. Alright, Ilya, show me your damage. That was less than I was hoping. If only I bonded Ilya harder. It being a level 1 NP is certainly part of the reason.
殺見
しないで。
命を救うためなら私は何でもするわ。そうよ、何でも。
I like that. In order to save your life, I'll do anything. That's right, anything.